Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm very happy to report that my channel has been given OAC status. It stands for Official Artist Channel on YouTube. What does it mean? Well, it just means that they put a little musical note behind the titles of my videos so that people will know that this is a channel that has music on it. In light of this development, I thought I would provide a look back on my YouTube journey of about 8 years. 8 years ago, I hadn't started playing ukulele. I was a drummer. I'd been playing drums since I was age 11. And at that time, I was playing casually in bands around town, but gigs were few and far between, so I spent a fair bit of time practicing on my own. I took a liking to Latin drumming because it was more complex than other styles of drumming, so I spent time working on that. You can think of drumming as splitting your brain into 4 parts, one for each hand and one for each foot. And each hand and each foot is playing a different pattern, musical pattern, and the more complex those are, then the harder it is to play that particular pattern with 4 parts. There wasn't a whole lot of call for Latin drumming on Vancouver Island at that time, but I did play a few gigs back around 2008 with a Latin guitar player and singer and her band called Bossa Loca out of Nanaimo. These were really fun gigs as my Latin drumming, I think, really fit into her style of music, and the band also had a flautist and a bass guitar player, which rounded out the band. My standard drum kit, I had added a couple of cowbells, a couple of wood blocks, and a tambourine, and I used a set of timbali drums instead of the high tom-toms. So here's an audio of us playing back in 2008. You can hear the various Latin musical effects I was able to provide with the bells and the blocks on my kit. I really did enjoy playing with this band. Take a listen. In 2010, I was playing and practicing regularly with a band called the Joe Blues Band, made up of bass guitar, guitar, drums, harmonica, and lead vocal. We did a lot of practicing and had a few gigs, and our repertoire was, as you can expect, substantially blues music. Here's our version of Mustang Sally, a great old classic. I did not know it at the time, but this was my last gig as a drummer. I left my last drum gig feeling that I wanted to add more sounds to my drum kit, but there really wasn't much more physical room to add more bells and blocks because my arms wouldn't be able to reach them or play them very comfortably. But I certainly was trying to make drums more melodic in nature. I soon discovered an electronic drum called a wave drum, made by a company called Korg. I purchased one and a small amplifier to play it through, and I mounted it where a tom-tom would normally be on my drum kit. The wave drum had about 200 sounds on it, a number of them being quite unusual. So this was the kind of thing that I was looking for. One drum, but many sounds. This was a whole new world for me in my drumming. I spent the next couple of years practicing and recording wave drum sounds, played along with my drum kit. I did dozens of recordings of these wave drum sounds and patterns. I decided that some of them were worth listening to, and so I made videos of the ones that I liked. These patterns and videos became my first YouTube videos. I published my first YouTube video in May of 2012 and posted a few dozen more in the months to come. Take a look and listen at some of these early wave drum videos. After doing a number of wave drum videos, I felt I had done what I wanted to do with drums and decided that I needed to get on the melodic side of music rather than always on the rhythmic side. I had taken keyboard and voice training as a teenager. Drums were never a very portable instrument, and that kind of irked me. So whatever instrument I was going to go to, I wanted it to be portable and small. After seeing the TV documentary called The Mighty Uke for ukulele, a great documentary on the instrument, I decided to buy one and start playing. This became my musical instrument of expression along with singing, and what a good choice it has proven to be. I will post a look back on my ukulele experience in the weeks to come. Thanks for taking time to listen. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thanks.